The NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray escaping the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. Hey, stop.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Here we go. Ready? Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On play action, it's Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Can. Start. 11. Switch up.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Murray back near his goal line. This one complete to Christian Kirk. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Murray now on 1st down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time, but lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. First carry for James Conner, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Play action. Now it's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now Murray off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Finds his running back, James Conner. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Shotgun now for Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 17-14. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now Murray again. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Play fake. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And a stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. Now for the point after. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
First down. Here's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Burrow on play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that gives him a 3-point lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. First down, Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Now Burrow on 1st down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they go play action now. Burrow. This is caught by Tate. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
It's caught at the 1. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the 1st down sack.
Murray. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray going deep for Hopkins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
This pass complete to Higgins. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Oh, he sheds himself free and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now left side on the swing pass. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go play action with Burrow. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On third down, Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
11 Thomas.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Flush to his right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Shotgun now from Murray. Steps away to his left.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Fortunate to get that football back. It's trailing here in the 2nd half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. First down. Here's Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzama. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. That catch good for only a couple.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
2nd down and goal. Burrow dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
Again, it's Burrow. Being chased out left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. First down, Murray. Flushed out right. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
This just a 24-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 85 yards.
And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught right side, Tate. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Cincinnati.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, Mixon. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
11, Thomas. 11. Here we go.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.